Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Ready for a road trip? So, look, I know I've been away for a while, guys. I'm glad to be back on. It has been a long time. I had a lot of different things going on with work and personal life and things like that. Sometimes you just got to take a little break and reset and kind of figure out, what the next steps are on things. So, but very fortunate, very, very fortunate. Am heading on a road trip tomorrow. I'm going to go with a few of the guys from East Alabama, West Georgia group. Going to go do a barrel pick tomorrow. Very excited about that. So looking forward to that. After that, actually going up to Tennessee, spend some time with my daughter up there. She is slated to have, she's set up to have her baby, my third grandson, on Monday. So I'll be up there helping take care of the grandkids, spending time with them for the weekend ahead of that, and having some fun there. But the point of this video today is to go over a different bourbon here. So this right here, Appalachian Barrel Company. So if you don't know anything about them, I tell you what, they do a really, really, I'd say great in a lot of ways, but really, really good to great on a lot of their different picks that they do. They're a private pick type of a group. And I hate to say this, but if you happen to see some of the secondary sites, you'll see that they're very well renowned there. They do a great job of getting barrels into people, and we had the good fortune in this area to have a bottle of this dropping in our area. It's going to be published in, of course, the East Alabama West Georgia group. Patreons, if you're interested in something like this, hit me up on Patreon. I'm sure I can get a couple extra bottles if someone's interested in this, so looking forward to that. But this was spearheaded by three different people in the area. Jeremy, East Alabama West Georgia group, he does a great job of getting great picks into this area. We had Tyler Mixon, firefighter in the area, does some cool different things here in the area to help support the fire department, but also bring in great different bourbons and stuff like that. So excited about that. And then Josh, Red Clay Bourbon, doing some great picks out at Cheers all the time and bringing stuff in and helping out with East Alabama. So very, very excited about that. So when they had an opportunity for one of these Appalachian Barrel Companies barrels, they were very, very excited about that. And so I got the good fortune of getting an opportunity to try this before it gets to drop tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. Man, this thing's nice pop on there still. That cork's on there pretty hot. I did open this last night. I wanted to air it out a little bit and get a chance to get into it and taste it a little bit, and see where we go from there. But Appalachian Barrel Company, they buy barrels from different places, and then they have their own private groups and stuff that they get it out to people who are part of those different groups. So excited about this. This one right here is coming in at almost 9 years, 8.9 years on here, coming in 123 proof, 70-21-9. So looking forward to seeing what this thing's got right here. And this was bottled in Lexington, Kentucky. So interested to see what they got in here. So if you see the color on this is nice, beautiful amber type of color on here. Love the different colorations that I've seen on some of their different bottles. They have some older stuff that just looks like motor oil. This, like I said, this looks like an 8 to 9 year, nice deep golden type of color, amber color on here. The one thing I get off of this though right away, this thing is oily, and more oils. That was the one thing that I was like, man, there's a lot of oil on this thing, which I really like. It means that you've got a lot out of that barrel. It means that it's penetrated nice and it's aged hopefully nice and well. Let's see what the nose has to say on this. Man. So I'm getting a lot of caramel on here. I'm getting some sweet oak in here. The more and more that I'm around this, the more and more raisin I get on this. This thing's got a real type of deep fruit raisin type of note. I get a little bit of date, but definitely more raisin. It's kind of got that deeper kind of, I would say, not a bitter, but kind of a little bit of a sweet but sour type of note that some raisins can have. It's got a little bit of an earthy, bready, kind of yeasty type of nose to it too, which I really, really like. So a lot of good things going on there. Not super punchy in the nose with ethanol either. Now, the first pour, until it opened up a little bit, it was a little bit sharp to start it off, but it's the first crack. But it smells, even after a day, it smells a lot better. You're not getting that ethanol on the nose. But this just smells like something, a nice fall bready type of a dessert that would have some nice fruits in it. Let's get into the palate on this, see what we got. So first pop on this, nice and sweet on the mouth, very nice mouthfeel, very oily. I mean, it's one of those things that when sometimes you get it, you have a sip of something, and you come back and you taste it on your lips, but it's not like just this super hot or insane type of note. It's just this real oily feeling. So you get the nice fruits on there. You do get the raisin in there. You're getting a little bit of a bready kind of note in there. Definitely I'm getting some caramel in there. Tiny bit of vanilla on the back end. Also a little bit of cinnamon on the back end. But as you go from the sweet, it kind of goes into, more of your oak. I'm getting some of the oak tannin, sweet oak on the back there. A little bit of that cinnamon on the back. A little bit of a flash of kind of like the rye component in there. It's kind of going across that mid palate. It doesn't linger for long, but the finish on this is really, really nice. It's not a super overpowering one thing. It's like you get these different layers of the finish on there. So you get some of the sweet oak, you're getting a little bit of that rye, you're getting a tiny bit of the vanilla, you're getting a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Up front though, that's kind of where your party's at. Yeah. Up front on this thing, nice, kind of just this raisin kind of bready, cacophony type of thing going on with some of the caramel. And then it lightens up just a little bit. And I get some like candied notes on here, some like candied fruits on here, which I'm really liking. Now I had some friends that they were talking about it the other day, and I try not to get notes from a lot of people, but they were like, they were getting more of a stewed peachy thing. Now, I'm not getting that on this. Now, everyone tastes things a little bit different, and I trust the guy's palate who is telling me this, so by no means am I disparaging him in any way. I'm just not getting that. I'm getting more dates and raisins and kind of a candied fruit. And I said this in the group the other day. I said, people are probably going to hate this analogy, but it was almost like this nice raisin bread, caramely raisin bread, kind of had this, made love to like some fruit cake. And if you've ever had a good old fashioned fruit cake with some of the different candied fruits in there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Not this little store bought stuff that just doesn't really bring it. But if you've had someone that's really, put their foot in some good fruit cake, I kind of get a little bit of that too with some of the candied fruitiness I get on this. Yeah. This thing right here can just sit on your tongue for a while. It's not blowing you up, burning you up. You feel some of the proof, but it's not like blowing you up 100. When you think 123 proof, this is my first drink of the day. It's drinking a bit under proof. That first initial sip, as you just sip it more and more and more, it just gets lighter until flavors get different flavors and going through this on this. So very, very impressed with this. Very excited this is coming to the area. I'm sure I'm going to get an extra bottle for myself because I really, really enjoy this. When I find something like this, and it's kind of unique. I don't know who was the first, who was the distillate from. I don't know that. I imagine I could probably figure it out, 70-21-9, and go back and look it up and try to figure it out. But I think that they've done a really good job in picking this barrel. I think it's going to be a great addition to the area right here. Like I said, Patreons, if this is something you are interested in, I'm sure I can get a couple of bottles. I don't know how many. I know that they've already done an in-post locally, and they're going pretty fast. So looking forward to that. Man, look, I am looking for a good weekend. Like I said, tomorrow, Friday, gonna be headed up to the Atlanta. Gonna be doing a barrel pick up in that area tomorrow. Then going to Tennessee to spend time with the family. Gonna be up there for the birth of my third grandson while I'm taking care of my other two grandkids. My son-in-law, my daughter will be in the hospital giving birth. At least she'll be giving birth. He'll be hanging out, giving encouraging words, I'm sure. But looking forward to that. Looking forward to a new addition to the family and spending some time with my daughter and my son-in-law and the grandkids there. So looking forward to that blessing right there. True blessing. I know I haven't told you guys this in a while, but I truly, truly appreciate you. I hope that all is well on your end. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that if you're working when you see this, I hope your work day goes by fast. I hope that when you do get off, though, I hope that the time just slows down a little bit. I hope you enjoy time with your family, with your friends, and doing something you want for yourself. You know, reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Read a good book. You know, we forget how good books can be sometimes. Read a good book and do something you haven't done or been wanting to do for a while. Take care of yourself a little bit. But most importantly, y'all, cheers and God bless. I hope you all have an amazing day.